Yay! Welcome back to your favorite cooking channel. I'm looking at gizzard kebab and some baked potatoes. Now, this gizzard kebab came from an inspiration. So, during my little nephew's birthday, his first birthday, we had to do a little party and we had to do gizzard. And if you're going to do gizzard and you're going to fry sometimes the taste is different. And if you're doing gizzard to the spicing, if you don't take care, it's not going to come out too tasty. You're just going to have the rubbery stuff and you're not going to have so much taste to it. So I was like, wow, let's just do it baked and see how it goes. And it went beautifully. So I decided to do it again to teach us how to go about it. So for your gizzard kebab, what you need obviously is your gizzard. You need to spice it up a bit. So I just did a simple spice, which was my onion, pepper, ginger, garlic. Yes, you can add in your local spices as well, like your cloves, mint, pepper. Yes, and get if you'd want to. Then I had some potatoes because I was going to bake that one and eat it with it. A bit of salt to taste and a little veggies to help with the color and texture and decor. So after blending all the spices without the ones I was going to use to decorate, I placed them in. You realize I didn't add any water to it because this is frozen gizzard. And gizzard now, by the time you're done cooking, there's always so much water around it. And yes, absorption for this is a bit hard. So what I did was just use the blended stuff I used on it, and I allowed it to cook and thaw by itself. As it's cooking, it's going to take off the water, and you're going to be able to shred the frozen part in so that it goes in to cook beautifully. So for gizzard, don't be too stressed when you're spicing it up. The beauty about gizzard, if you want more taste to it, we could do two things with it. When you're done, you could spice it up well again and bake it up or grill it to keep the texture or to keep the spice in. Or what you could also do is to have your pepper sauce. I've taught green pepper sauce on this channel and the results are great. The reviews are great. So you could just do that, and then after boiling your gizzard, you could toss it in and you could serve it. Or you could also try to fry a bit, which I think gets it a bit too rubbery because gizzard, there's no blood in there, so you don't need so much of the frying. Then you could also toss it in to get that beautiful taste. But I think this works best if you're doing a party something. You could just do it without your potato, but I'm just eating it at home today. So I just lined up my potato, which I'd washed with salt, and I placed it at the base of my pan because I was going to bake that one. But before I baked that one, I wanted to do the gizzard, and I wanted the stock around it to drain onto the potato to give it more taste. So I just picked the gizzard, picked the veggie, then coat it with the remaining stock. You remember the onion, pepper, ginger, garlic I blended? I poured majority onto the gizzard for it to cook. Then the remaining, I placed it down in my bowl, and then I just use it for the spicing. And I forgot to mention, I added in the salt to the blending. Yes, I added the salt to the onion, pepper, ginger, garlic. Then I just lined it up beautifully in there. So I realized by doing this, not my whole cherry. So later I changed my method. I took out the gizzard from the stock. Then I just placed it in the pan. I was just picking it up. On the street, I didn't really want to use my hand, and I was not in the mood to use gloves. Yes, most days, let's be real, in your own kitchen, you don't really use much of gloves in there unless you're doing professional cooking for people. Yes, but then your day-to-day eating, usually you just want to go freestyle and enjoy the kitchen life. So yeah, that's what I did. Now the beauty of this is my gizzard stock is going to go and drain on the potato, which is going to add in more taste to it. Yes, that was the main idea. So what I did was to grill it. When I grilled for the pizza to cook, the potato is still not going to be cooked by then. Then I moved that one off. Then I just baked my potato because by then it's already gotten the flavor I wanted it to get. The next time you're having a party, you want to do a gizzard kebab, this is one way to go about it. Yeah. So you preheat. It's not really necessary for this. You just need to put on your grill and put in your gizzard. Now you let it be in for a while. It doesn't take too long, maybe 10-15 minutes. Then you just try and then turn the other part so that one part doesn't look brown and the other part doesn't look too brown. Yes, and you realize there's no oil going in here, so this is healthier. The only thing is because there's not so much oil going in, maybe a bit dry if it stays out for too long. Yes, so what you could also do is when you are done, you could dip this a bit into your pepper sauce again if you want more kick, and if not, you could just spray some oil over it if you want to. But you can equally serve it like this because I ate it like this and it was beautiful. But just be careful not to eat it too cold. Yes, when it's hot, that is nice. And even like this, the spice was guy, my little boy, he kept putting this out. So I told you your gizzard is going to cook first because I wanted the spice to go into the potato. Once it's done, I just preheat the oven and then push it into the oven for another 15 minutes, and boy, my potato is done. And I forgot to mention, cut your potatoes flat for it to cook properly and in time. And your baked potatoes, it tastes as if it's fried, it tastes as if it's cooked because it's soft, but then there's no water and it's healthier way to eat. So the basing with the butter also adds in your taste to it. You could also base it with your oil or your margarine. Use what's available and then try and enjoy life to the fullest. So yeah, do try this baked potato and gizzard kebab recipe and do enjoy life to the fullest. Do subscribe, like and share. Till I see you in the next food video. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.